We can't tell you that their tequila is 100%. In fact, we can't even
One second. Sorry. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Anyway, my expression buttons got hit by accident, as well as my BRB screen that also got hit by accident. That was something. That happens. Today we're gonna be kind of a little bit peculiar, and we're gonna be rereading Homestuck because I said so, because I want to, because I choose suffering over, being relaxed and calm. Yum, yum. Anyway, I have candy, so I'm flexing with my candy. But anyway, today we are in fact going back into hell. And the funniest part is I choose hell every year. I reread Homestuck every single year. And so this is the first time I'm going to be rereading Homestuck on stream. Because I choose pain and I choose suffering, apparently. But that being said, shut up, music. Sorry, I was eating candy. We're going to choose suffering, and we're going to open suffering, because I have the unofficial collection right here. Let me open it. Let me get this all set up. So, I sure indeed do in fact have the Homestuck unofficial collection right here for us to suffer through together, like normal people, like normal, sane, rational human beings. We're going to suffer through Homestuck because I'm so sane and rational that I want to. So anyway, shall we? Shall we begin the hell? We shall. We shall begin the hell. Let me close this. Close my file explorer. So, Homestuck is the top there. You see our boy, the man, the myth, the legend. A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today is the 13th of April, 2009. The 13th of April, 2009 is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it is only today that he'll be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? Enter name. Zoosmell Pooplord. Try again. John Egbert. Examine room. Your name is John, and as previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered about your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but you're not very good at it. You have a fondness for paranormal lore and are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. What will you do? John, quickly retrieve arms from the drawer. Quickly retrieve arms from drawer. Your arms are in the magic chest, Poop Lord. Remove cake from magic chest. Out of sympathy for John's lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. John, quickly retrieve arms from magic chest. You retrieve your fake arms from the chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You captchalogue them in your Silodex. You have no idea what that actually means, though. There are other items in your chest. John, examine contents of chest. Look at the menagerie of beautiful, glorious items that come into play later for some reason. Except for the sword. I don't recall the sword coming into play for any reason. In here, you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifact, there are 2 fake arms, currently captchalogued in your Silodex. 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, 1 magician's hat, 1 pair of beagle puss glasses, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and one copy of Colonel Sesker's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical jabbery, and one copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavendry. I don't fucking know the words how to say some of these shit, but like we vibe. Anyway, some of this stuff may come in handy at some point. For now, you decide you'll just take the smoke pellets. John, capture log smoke pellets. You stow the smoke pellets on one of your capture log cards in your Siladex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but you're starting to get the hang of the vernacular at least. You have 2 empty capture log cards remaining. Equipped fake arms. John equipped fake arms. Pardon me. You aren't totally sure if equipped is the verb copacetic with the abstract behavioral medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card is underneath the one that you just used to capture the smoke pellets. You will have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms, but this is probably unadvisable since you just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Silidex's fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stack data structure. You're never all that great with data structures, and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, you will advance new and more practical fetch modi for your Siladex with a little more experience. John, examine Problem Sleuth poster. Oof, we be reading a lot. There's a lot of reading in this, guys, so just bear with me. John, examine Problem Sleuth poster. Here's the Problem Sleuth poster. Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest purchases. There is a nice spot on the wall next to it. You've been meaning to hang another poster there soon. John, read note on drawer. I always skip over his name. Happy birthday, son. I'm so proud of you. This note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colognes. Beside the note is a rolled up poster. John, take poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it on your wall. John, acquire hammer and nails. They will come in handy. You first place the hammer in your Siladex, but now all of your capture log cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. John, take nails. His arms went flying. You capture log 4 nails into the top card. All push the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well, they're probably completely useless anyway, but you don't want to do that again unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you feel like you have gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you will do will probably be exceptionally meaningful. John, squawk like an imbecile and shit on your desk. This is probably the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And yet, the polished surface of your desk, it beckons. John, combine nails and hammer. You merge the top 2 cards. The hammer and nail cards are capture logged to the same card and can be used together. Use hammer and nails on poster. You use the hammer and nails in conjunction with the card beneath it. John, nail poster to the wall. You use the hammer and nails and the poster on a blank space on the wall. It's glorious. Exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. Ta-da! You got a poster. John, examine Con Air poster. As if this doesn't have any meaning or any consequential existence in the entirety of Homestuck at all. Anyway. Put the bunny back in the box. I said put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't he put the bunny back in the box? John, examine Deep Impact poster. Morgan Freeman's Gentile homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow. Films about impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a black president? Now you've seen everything. John, examine calendar. Ta-da! You've marked your birthday, the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the rival date of the highly touted Suburb beta launch. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you. John, eat cake. You are sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day, and you have no intention of clogging your Sylladex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear the noise of you hear a notice coming from your computer. Someone is messaging you. John, examine incoming message. Ta-da! You pull up to your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorate your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper, which you made yourself. You're really proud of it. Your desktop is also littered with various programming project files. You are so bad at programming, sometimes you wonder why you bother with it. Your Pester Chum application is flashing. Someone's trying to get in touch with you. John, open Pester Chum. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message. I know who this is. But do you? Question mark? I know who it is. Anyway. Show pester log. Let's open the pester log. Turntech Godhead began pestering ectobiologists at 1613. Goodbye, Streambot. Thank you. We're not doing that. We don't buy viewers around here. We exist. And if viewers come, then they come. Anyway. Turntech Godhead began pestering ectobiologists at 1613. TG. Hey. So what kind of sort of insane loot did you rack in today? EB. I got a Little Monsters poster. It's awesome. I'm going to watch it today. The apple juice scene was so funny. Oh, TG. Oh, hell. That was such a coincidence. I've just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It is like fucking Christmas up in here. Okay, EB. Okay, that's fine, but I have just one question, and then a word of caution. Have you ever seen a movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage? But, TG, the seal on the bottle is unbroken. TG, are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory? EB, all I'm saying is you don't think Monster or Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts. I'm not gonna fucking say the EB every single time, but we're just gonna ball. We're gonna just go with the flow. Whatever happens. Anyway. TG. Why did the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous. Evie. It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice. TG. Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cares about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet? EB, no. Did you? TG, man, I got 2 copies already, but I don't care. I'm not going to play it or anything. The game sounds boring. Did you see how got slammed on Game Bro? EB, Game Bro is a joke. We both know it. TG, yeah. Why don't you go check the mail? Maybe it's there now. EB, alright. John, look out the window. You see the view of your yard from your window. Yeah, let's redo that line. My brain got distracted because ouchie, pimple on forehead. Go burr. Let me dab the shit out of my forehead really quick. It popped and like bursted in blood and started to drip down my head. Anyway, let's get back to it. Okay. You see the view of your yard from your window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there, beside your driveway, is the mailbox. John, examine mailbox. The little red... Let's go back so that you can see. Okay. Dee-dee. Dee-dee. The little red arm swingy dealy thing, or whatever it's called, is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyway? You don't have time for these schematics. The red flippy lever thing means you have new mail, and that means the beta might be here. John, go outside and check mailbox. Let's watch the scene. You're about to hurry down the stairs when you hear a car pull up into the driveway. It looks like your dad has returned from the grocery store. And oh great, he's beating you to the mail. John, forget it. Check mail later. Ta-da! Anyway, if you go downstairs to get it, he will likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes you feel like you're really trapped in this room, stuck, if you will, in a sense which could possibly border on the titular. Now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating the swing dealy lever, operating the swing lever dealies of harassment in perpetuality. Whatever. The dude can just hold his damn horses. John, examine games on CD rack. Ta-da! These just open other games that are made through this. You've put in countless man-hours into this assortment of quality titles. John, read Colonel Sessaker's daunting text. You decide to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. It could kill a cat if you dropped on it. But to really dig into this hefty book, you will have to capsulog it. You're not really sure you're ready to log jam your other artifacts beneath it yet. John, capsulog fake arms again. What did you just say? You don't want to clog your... Oh, Jesus. In a momentary lapse of concentration, you capsulog the arms again. John, set Pester Chum status to bully. Dink. You don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to Rancorous, but you still feel the Pester Chum client should reflect your mood in some way. Bully will have to do, you guess. This unsurprisingly does nothing whatsoever. Oh, right. Forgot your chum is still pestering you. John, answer chum. TG, is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you can play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's macking on me so hard all the time, I start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I can blame her or anything. EB. Yes, it's understandable because you are really attractive. I'm attracted to you. TG. Thank you. EB. JK. Haha. No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail, and I guess I have to go get it from him and see if it's there. And I should not eat candy while reading. That's a bad idea. I'll stop myself now. Anyway. Okay, back to the position. And I've been busy spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Silodex. It's so frustrating. TG, what's your modus? EB, what? TG, how do you retrieve artifacts from it? EB. Oh, like one at a time, I guess. And if I put too much in it, something falls out. TG, stack? EB, what's yours? TG, hash map. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything and is awesome. EB, what the hell is that? TG, you probably should brush up on your data structures. EB, I guess. TG, did you at least allocate your strife service? EB, no. TG, it could free up a card for you. Plus, let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle. Which is never. What have you got? EB, well, I've got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms. TG, wow, you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms, then allocate the hammer to the specifics. EB, how? TG, I don't know, just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works. John, combine fake arms with cake. You stick the fake arms on the cake. Excuse me. Ooh. 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 Anyway, start over. You stick the fake arms in the cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure Colonel Sassaker would know the precise index of elevated hilarity. John, allocate hammer to strife specifics. Hammer kind. You check the back of your strife specifics for the kind of apparatus you have in mind. John, select hammer. Your strife specifics has been allocated with the hammer kind apparatus. The hammer has been moved from your Silodex to words. Anyway, let's reread that. The hammer has been moved from your capture log deck to your stripes deck. John, report progress to TG. Okay, EB. Okay, I did it. TG, hammer kind? EB, yeah. TG, okay, that will be the permanent allocation for your strife specifics. I guess I should have mentioned that. EB, TG, I hope you like hammers, dude. EB, yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's all going to be all that relevant. John, capture log Colonel's big book. Now that you've got some space in your Silodex, you figure you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is in one respect is in which the cards present some convenience. John, examine Game Bro magazine. Game Bro Suburb. Why is the game of the year or whatever isn't as good as some other stuff I like that's better? John, read article. I'm not reading all that. I ain't reading all that. John, capture log Game Bro. It might come in handy if you need something that burns easily. John, capture log Magician's Hat. You expend your final card on the Magician's Hat. John, get funny glasses too. You don't have a freeze card in your Siladex. However, you're able to merge the Beetlepuss with the Magician's Hat to create a clever disguise. John, wear a disguise to fool Dad. He put the glasses on. John, who's this John you speak of? You're quite certain there has never been, nor never will be. Yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. While you're wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. John, leave room. Ugh. Cracky neck. Unshrimp. Stretchy stretch. Okay. You exit into the hallway. On one of the walls hangs a picture of a fella who sure knows how to have a laugh. A man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on many hollow tombs of Egypt that it's not. You're not sure about that, though. On the other hand, on the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clown or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture into such a bizarre assumption. Anyway. John, go downstairs. We be reading Homestuck, you know. Going downstairs. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be connivings of your arch-nemesis, Betty Crocker. And the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks. And the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks to high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined. John, admire harlequins. You check out the shelf of fanciful harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad can be sure to be a cornball. Sometimes at night you pray for burglars. John, examine fireplace. Cracky. Ugh. The bright orange flame flickers on the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April, and it's not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire. That's what a fireplace is for. A fire belongs in the fireplace. Damn it! Capsulologically, at all times, without exception. As a domestic myth of unaccountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of fire for as long as it makes guests of it, much as the moon takes liberty of the sun's rays. The moon is an errant thief. Her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You're almost certain Mark Twain said that. John, toss Game Bro into the fire. It's too hot for fire. Yeah, it is too hot for fire. I don't know why Bro's got that shit on. Bro, turn the fire off. Also, hi Noel. I know who you are. Points at you. Anyway. It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos. Big ups to Mother Earth, yo. Famous Nufkin. Yup. I know who you are. John, fondly regard the cremation. Granny Jane. Anyway. Cracky neck. Ugh. Stretchy. Ugh. Okay. I'm reading without my glasses on, Noel, so I'm suffering a little bit, but it's whatever. Anyway. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. Lol, take it easy. I'm taking it easy. I'm chilling. That's why I'm reading Homestuck. I'm taking it easy. It's very easy. containing your grandma Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, an unabridged Colonel Sassacres. He never wants to talk about it. John, topple urn. You clumsily mishandle the sacred urn, ashes everywhere. In retrospect, in retrospect, mulling mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was virtually certain. Was a virtual certainty. You probably better clean this up before Dad finds it. John, combine father's pipe with clever disguise. There he goes, putting the pipe. Yep, good job. Anyway, you think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. John, examine oversized gif. Welcome to annual reread, Noel. Welcome to the annual reread. I'm a freak. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do it to myself? I don't know. I closed it by accident. It's right here. We've all been there. Dude, Noel, I reread this shit every year. Anyway. Champ. You can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to. I believe in you. Contemplating what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you feel a little nervous at the same time. John, open large present. Oh, hell no. John, caps lock ashes. You first prop up the Harlequin doll on the couch, having it in the middle of the floor, sprawled out like all akimbo like. That struck you as unseemly. You capsulog the ashes in your available card. John, combine ashes with urn. You merge the sacred urn with ashes. It's a journey and realizing all the foresight and forbidden knowledge of future chapters while reading the past. Yeah, there's a lot of like references to the future in like their past shit. Also, in some pages, you can still see John's arms. I'm using like the unofficial archive, like official collection version, and it still shows like the arms like of like John in various places. It's very good. Ooh, burpee. Nice, I got that one too. Yeah, but like if you notice, you'll like see the arms like of him like reaching into the past. It's really cool. Anyway. You merge the urn with ashes. Most of the ashes back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, probably would have been tighter if you just used a broom and dustpan. John, put the urn back. Nice, Sue. But you got the same one. Yes, Sue. John, put the urn back. Anyway. No one will be wiser, except for maybe the people with eyes. John. John, go get fake arms again. You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capsulog them. Looks like Pester Chum is acting up again. John, examine third and fourth walls of room. John, check Pester Chum. Scrolling. Another one of your chums is messaging you. We know who this is. Rose. Anyway. TT, I understand that you have recently come into possession of one of the of the beta release of the Game of the Year, as featured in the respectable periodicals of such as Game Bro magazine. EB, that's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar. and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever. TT, I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks. EB. Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it, and I'm trying to go get it from him, so BRB. TT, John. EB, what? TT, you're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You're typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous. EB, no. Why would you even think that? That's so stupid. TT, okay. Why don't you go get the game from your father? EB, alright, wish me luck. Oh, BTW, JK, I was wearing a funny disguise the whole time. Gotcha! TT, I know, John. John, go back downstairs. Ugh, shoulders hurty. Anyway. Ping, ping. Okay. You can now examine the brilliant idea. You can now execute the brilliant idea you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. Beep, beep, beep. You don't care what Colonel Sezger says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. John, inspect burnt paper on the floor. Broblone. You put it back in the fire where it belongs. John, throw present wrap in the fire. As long as you're cleaning up. John, capture like doll. You can carry hefty items, but this thing is way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. John, read Colonel Sesker's text. Look at this boy. I ain't gonna read that. But, like, in here there's also references of, like, his shit, too. Anyway. You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now, but this text is way too big to navigate. I forgot how much I loved Rose Lalonde's dialogue. I never realized how charismatic and clever she was early on. Yeah, Rose was pretty good. Yes, Sue. But this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. Yes. Let's read this shit. John, find Dad and retrieve mail. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, which is the smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door to the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. He could be in either of these rooms. Where we go? John, go and study. My tongue is so tied. My tongue tied. Lol. Anyway, let's do this shit. It doesn't look like he's here right now. In here right now. John, examine Father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, and the April issue of Series Jester magazine, and a stray capsulog card. There's also a can of peanuts on his desk. Oh, Dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. John, upgrade costume with hat. John, upgrade costume with hat from Hat Rack. You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished looking. John, combine second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer for comedy. John, examine capsulog card. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding the space in your Scylla. John, capture log the capture log card. Arg. John, play haunting piano refrain. Meow 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 meow. I love this one. Meow meow. Hints for his future endeavors, anyway. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. It's Piano Refrain by Kevin Rich and Malcolm Brown. It's showtime. Go, bro. And then they reused a similar piano refrain during his thing in the windy scene. So. John, play 52 pickup. You play the prankster's favorite card game, even though you're alone in a room, thus rendering it to an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid. Look at this mess. The peanut gallery over there is sure getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn. John, attempt to leave the house. You go back to the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into a dad encounter. Your television is currently airing a commercial. I fucking love that commercial. John, exit. When he gets freaking windy. Yeah, when he gets freaking windy. You exit the house. John, check mail. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You've already been scoped by your father. Time for the freaking windy jokes. As if this isn't foreshadowing either. All of it is so much foreshadowing. Freaking windy. Homestuck. This one's important because it's the one that plays that. The streets are empty. Wind skims the void, keeping neighbors apart, as if grazing a hollow cut of reed. Dramatic windy? Yeah, pretty dramatic windy. Or say, a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's one of dissolution, plays to keep its instrument in tune. It is your 13th birthday, and with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is the only latest sleight of hand in the repertoire of an unseen riddler, one to engender a sense of not of mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are of those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It's a mystery, dispersing altogether like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well, its most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little passions, increases great ones, as a wind extinguishes candles and fans the fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you're certain Walt Whitman said that. 100% positive. You have a feeling today's going to be a long day. You don't fucking say, John. You don't say, John. You don't say that it's going to be a fucking windy, long fucking day. John, be poetic and cryptic for no reason like a hot air. Yeah. John, leave a surprise for the mailman. No! John, see if your father left mail in the car. The door is locked, and your dad has the car keys. You peer through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There's also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take all this stuff inside. John, spy in the kitchen. You try to take a gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad has been doing so much baking the glass has steamed up. God, he's so weird. But you can't see what's on the table but you can see what's on the table just beside the window. It looks like the mail is there. Included among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with a Suburb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. John, go back into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You're going in. Clever disguise. It's time to work your magic. John. John, enter. It's father time. It's father time, boys. It is father time. Bam, 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 bam. Bang, 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 bang. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't know what you were even thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequipped through a clever disguise. Your dad wields the dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There's only one way to settle this strife. Let's strife, boys. Let's strife, boys. Agree. Auto parry. Abjure. Dough cake. Abjure. Cobble bread. Doting. John, retrieve package and flee to your room. Yeah, daddy issue time. Yeah, well, it's less daddy issue, more like his father's very doting. Like, his father really cares about John. When he's like talking to, like, taking care of him, it's most of the time he's being like genuinely a good boy for him. His dad has daddy issues. His dad has a lot of issues, though, personally. But we don't need to talk about his father's history. Anyway, retrieve the package and flee to your room. You can't end up abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path. You will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And now he brandishes yet another artifact of convection. The man is ruthless. You better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible. John, equip disguise for defense. The Beagle Plus absorbs the brunt of the treat. Looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit exchange, as is usually the case. John, capture the pie tin. You take the pie tin and unequip the Beagle Puss. Everything in your Silodex is pushed back a card. The smoke pellets are ejected out the back. Yes, this could work. Distraction, you work. Yeah, IDKY, but this reminded me of one of the fan comics of John and Dabbert at the supermarket, and John has to borrow his dad's PDA to chat with Dave. That's cute. If you find it, post it in the server, because I want to see. Nothing happens. What a huge letdown. Take the cake. When two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one who knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. I bet. Yeah. 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 I also need to get back into role playing in that server. I've been meaning to. I've just been really busy. Wise words of a man who could likely resist everything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sesker's text out of your Silodex. I should have brought, like, something to drink. Sasker, you beautiful bastard. Now's your chance. John, abscond. Now that Dad is busy placating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away. John, take PDA. You snag Dad's PDA. Maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare capture log is forced out of the Silodex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. John, take package. This red package addressed to you. This red package is addressed to you. You got the Spur Beta. John, exit kitchen. Get cake on couch. You capture log the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card. John, combine cakes to make double-decker cake. Because of course John's going to make a double-decker cake. Of course he is. Why wouldn't he? You merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Silodex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through? John, retreat upstairs. You pause at the juncture and head down the hall. You're going to need something to clean up the mess you are about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left is the bathroom. To the right is your dad's room. It is locked. You are forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets. John, go to the bathroom. Grab a towel. Itchy. Scratchy. Itchy. Scratchy. Okay. You enter the bathroom. You can see the backyard from the window. The jewel in its crown is the swing set, which has provided you with years of joy. There's also a spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury, and has provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack to the side is a fresh towel. John, remove PDA, envelope, and package from cake. You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. John, retrieve your items. These items force the manhandled cake into the toilet. And just like that, your Silodex is full again. God, this thing is annoying. John, go to the bathroom. Not bathroom, bedroom. John, go to bedroom. John, go to bedroom. John, admire failure to launch poster. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of smoldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall, a casual shrine to an amazing actor. The film above that one is a lot better than you think. Can you see her? I want you to picture that little girl. Chokes up. Now imagine she's white. God. You got this, Matthew. Your smooth talking exposed our latent racism. Damn, you were good. John, check pester chum. I get tongue-tied. So many. Garden Gnostic began pestering ectobiologist. Hi, happy birthday, John. Hello. Okay, talk to you later. Garden Gnostic ceased pestering. Turntech Godhead began pestering ectobiologist. Hey, TG. Hey, Gigi is looking for you. Why are you so popular, even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry favor with the ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you doing? Turntech Godhead is now idle. Chum. EB. I discovered a comet is going to destroy Earth, and it was named after me. Now I'm famous, and everyone wants to talk to me a lot. TG. No. Just no. Don't talk about your awful, stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man crush on Matthew McConaughey is an unsavory thing to behold. McConaughey. It sounds like a noise a horse would make, i.e. dumb. Equally dumb are those pictures of clowns you've got hanging up. Those are my dad's. I was talking about Nick Cage. Oh, what? No, man. Nick Cage is sweet. So sweet. TG. Haha, so lame. You don't even like him ironically or anything. This is like... blah, blah, blah. Or anything. This is like for real, isn't it? Haha. EB. I do things ironically sometimes. What about what I sent you for your birthday? TG. No, those are awesome. EB. No, what? No, they're stupid. Which was the joke. The ironic joke. Get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you? TG. I'm wearing them ironically because they're awesome. And the fact that they're ironic makes them awesome. And vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen. Oof. What you looking at, Noelle? What you side-eyeing, Noelle? What you looking at? What you looking at? Okay. EB, do you realize they touched Stiller's weird sort of gaunt face at some point? TG, ew, yeah. Oh well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail? EB, yeah. Noelle, a meteor about to destroy Earth. Yeah, he says a comet. He says comet. Yeah, he says comet. He doesn't say meteor. If I said meteor, then it was my word. Messed up. But still, he still is not wrong. He's not wrong though. He's still telling the truth in some way, but he doesn't know it yet. Yeah. TG. Did there happen to be a package there? Ah, yeah, lol. Time flares, huh? Yeah. Time flares, yep. EB. Yeah, there's a big red one. TG. You should probably open it. EB. I would, but it's trapped under Suburb beta, so I will probably open it after I install the beta. TG. Oh man, the beta came? EB. Yeah, wanna play? TG. Haha, no way. EB. Why not? TG. It sounds so hells of boring. Just get TT to play it. She is all about that. EB. Where'd she go? TG. Her internet is blinking in and out. So, internet is blinking in and out. I guess. Probably we'll be back online soon. Oh, and Christ, in a sidecar, are you still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude, you need to bone up your data structures. That shit is just ridiculous. EB, okay, I will. John, open browser and go to mspaintadventures.com. And his fucking guardian guy is right there. You decide to space out on the computer before doing anything important. You open the Typheus web browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website created. The new adventure is okay, but you're not sure if you like it as much as the last one. John, install Suburb Beta. You decide it's time for less meta, more beta. You insert the CD and install the beta. Install the Suburb Beta. Waiting for server to establish. What the fuck is this? John, bone up on data structures. You go to your closet where you keep a lot of clothes and an array of handy computer programming guides. John, read data structures. Book. Data structures for assholes. I want this book. I want the data structure for assholes. That sounds like a fun book to read. You're not sure you really want to dig into this tome, but it looks really boring and kind of ornery. Maybe you'll just check out the free modus instead. John, get free fetch modus. Free fetch modus. You turn to the back inside cover where a free fetch modus is included in a plastic sleeve. This one is dictated by the logic of a queue data structure, operating on first in, first out method rather than first in, last out method of stack. John, apply fetch modus to Stylidex. The items capsulized in your Stylidex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card and must wait for items on the upper cards to be pushed back. For instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at the moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance, though. Switch back to stack modus. Suddenly wonder if it's even possible. You don't even remember if you ever had a physical card for stack. You find it all a little abstract, but you prefer not to think about it too much. John, put down razor. Put it down? You're not quite sure you understand. John, pick up 2 items. You capsulog one of the cakes. You finally found a use for all these luring pastries. Dead weight. John, get another cake. Get other cake. Bro's getting more cake. Why do you need more cake, John? No, the world may never know. The second case causes the razor to launch out in front of your Stylidex. Oh, good lord. That beautiful face. Oh, good lord, that beautiful face. You wish the razor would have failed to launch. John, get more stuff. Yo, I found the comic. Posting it on the server now. I'll look at it after stream. Noel. Heart emoji. John, get more stuff. You open your magic chest and capsulog one of your favorite books of all times. Wise Guy by Mike McCavity. There goes the fresh towel. Might as well grab those cuffs. You take the Trikanskov, expelling the PDA like a bullet. Oh, god damn it. John, open that package. 2 EB from TG. You examine the package. It's from one of your internet chums. Ah! It's bound in packing tape, though. You'll need something sharp to open it. Ah, yes, of course, the razor. It's also simple. You wonder why you didn't, John, get razor. Pick up package again. Let's take this from the top. Capsulog glass shards. You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Stylidex rains devastation on your room from above. And now your cards are packed with glass. You probably don't want to do that anytime soon. Well, imagine if John's Strife Specimens could have been razor kind. It could have been. It could have been because people were supposed to be like inserting when Homestuck was originally coming out, like there was input commands. We could like put in like little commands for like Andrew to see. And he would base the next page off of that. So he could have had razor kind, but he got hammer kind. Because that's what he had first. You should probably go get that stuff before you. You should probably go get that stuff before you forget. John, use razor on red package. You open the package. There's something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously dirty and smelly. It's a stuffed bunny, much like the one held hostage briefly by Malkovich's Cyrus, the virus, while taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe, and strikingly similar to the one scooped up from the soot of a burning Vegas strip by Cage's Poe, and offered to his daughter a symbolic gesture of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, this is not merely like that bunny. According to this note of authenticity, this is the very same bunny. This is so awesome. John, check status of Suburb Beta. Looks like your computer is trying to get your attention. Look at monitor. Client established connection with host. Press enter when ready. John, check Pester Chum window. TT, it looks like you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm going to try to connect. John, EB. Oh, okay, but I just got the most awesome present. TT, the rabbit? EB, so sweet. TT, I've heard tales of this wretched creature often. Its Homeric legend is practically inscrooged in the fold of my personal mythology now. I'm actually surprised that out of all these years, no one's actually made a Rose Tyler plush. Not even one of their fixed forums. I don't know why they haven't. And that's kind of peculiar. They should have. But they didn't, because they're stinky. Hang on, let me check my Discord notifications so that I don't have it bothering me or pestering me while I'm on stream. Okay, perfect. People have I think people have made like the bunny itself, but they haven't made Rose Tyler specifically. I don't think. Or like her robot form or anything. But anyway. It's world of my personal mythology now. EB, what? TT, why don't we focus on the matter at hand? EB, oh, the game. Okay. I don't really know how this works, but what am I even looking at here? TT, you are running the client application. I'm running the server. So I'm the host user, and I have established a connection with you. This is sufficient enough for us to play the game. EB, oh, okay, then why don't we get started? John, press enter. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. Dancing. Ba-da-ba-da. Suburb. Play. TT, select magic chest. There's his stack modus card. Select magic chest. TT, zoom out. TT, drop chests. Nothing like a brick of nostalgia catchily crashing into your ears like a flashback. Exactly. TT, drop chest. Donk. EB. Whoa, what are you doing? TT. Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls. EB, is my magic just on the roof now? TT. Yes. EB. TT. I will try to be more careful next time. John, get the card. I feel a sneeze. I feel a sneeze. It's perking in my nose. Is it? Don't do it. Okay. You find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Silodex. You can now opt for either stack or queue modus at any time. You toggle between your fetch modus with gleeful abandon. Looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You're relieved to have the house to yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You just hope he doesn't notice the magical chest on the roof, or all the shit you threw out the window, for that matter. TT. Oh no. Yeah, oh no, my nosy. Anyway. TT, select stuff in yard and move it back to room. Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all this stuff outside of my broken window and bring it in for me? TT, I'll give it a shot. Thanks. No luck. It appears to be out of range. I'm guessing it is too far away from you, the player. TT, select John. You cannot select a player. John abjures to the meddlesome cursor. TT, select Bunny. Put the bunny back in the box. John is pleased. TT, revise room. She's making his moon bigger. TT, open paraphernalia registry. Deploy totem lathe. John, examine totem lathe. You don't know what the heck this thing does, but it looks neat. TT, open grist cache. TT, it seems expanding the dimensions of your room cost us some build grist, but deploying the lathe did not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects are freebies, which probably to help you set up the game. EB, wow. Okay, what do they do? Oh gosh, this is what Mindstuck felt like. Yeah, that's what Mindstuck felt like. It's also what Genesis Project felt like. I still play Genesis Project because I'm a part of the team, so I kind of have to sometimes. I play the beta stuff, and I'm also on the music team. But still on the music team after all these years. Still a part of the music team since the original times. But anyway. Yasu. It is pretty awesome. Wow, what do they do? I think it's all up to you to find out. After all I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently. Maybe next time I'll have you and Vince on stream so that you can help me read and do character voices. How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun. I don't think you can as a client. You will need to install the server application. You should have received both in a separate envelope. I am running both on my computer right now. What? Did you get another envelope in the mail? Woo, that sounds sweet. Yeah, Noel. EB. No. TT, once you install the server and establish a connection, I'm sure you will be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. Are you sure you didn't get it? EB. Oh man, I think I know where it is. Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will extend the range of a cursor, and I can reach the items which you threw out the window for some reason. Good idea. What have you been doing in here all afternoon anyway? I was fussing around with my retarded Silodex, but I think I have it under control now. What modus do you use? TT, I like to use trees. EB, oh no, that sounds so awkward. TT, it's not exceptionally practical, but I think they are elegant. John, standing corner. TT, deploys crux shooter. TT, deploy alchemimeter. Why is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house? Yes, 2 more large gizmos. Sweet. What's with these big contraptions? If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate some system involving punch card based alchemy. EB. Oh, to what end? I mean, to what are they supposed to be doing in the game? What are we supposed to be doing in this game? That remains to be seen. Maybe you should investigate. John, get PDA. You grab the PDA, switching back to stacked motor so it is readily accessible. The interface is oddly sterile. No hilarious clown wallpapers or anything like that. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. The Serious Business application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various acquaintances. His fellow street performers, maybe. You guess the performing arts must be pretty serious business after all. John, install Pester Chum. This should be useful. Now you can keep tabs on your chum while wandering around the house. John, go to balcony. Hey, I'm outside on the balcony. I am messaging from my dad's PDA. The one you threw out, you threw into the yard? No, I'm telling you. It jumped out of my Silictex like a frightened weasel. What were you doing with it in the first place? I am not sensing a lot of regard for personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustrations with your father manifests itself? What? No. Those were all accidents. Please take your psycho babbery elsewhere, miss. Your bathroom is a mess. Did you do that too? Oh man, you see, this isn't cool. All this snooping and nonsense. There's a kick in the toilet. Yes, there is. I'm tempted to clean it up for you. Okay, if that will satisfy your weird OCD complex, then go ahead. My obsessive compulsive disorder complex. Can a disorder also be a complex? In your case, probably. Sounds complicated. Anyway, I'm going to have a look at this enormous platformy thing you put on the balcony. John, examine alchemimeter with cautious manner. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't find any controls for it. Having exhausted all possibilities, you decide to just stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually. John, look through telescope. It's a clear sunny day. Nothing out of the ordinary to report. At least not beyond the walls of your own home. TT grabs the soiled toilet. Whoops. Whoops, what? What was that noise? Is it something I should go investigate? No, I have it under control. You can go back to you can keep playing with your telescope. John, investigate. Arrgh. I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you go have a look at the crux shooter? The what? The thing I put in your living room. Hop down hole. You jump down to the utility room. Get sledgehammer and card. You take the sledgehammer and capsulog card and combine the two and quickly apply it to your strife specifics. You think it's cool? Things don't always have to be a federal fucking issue. Yeah, I agree with you, John. I agree with John on this. I'm glad that it's not an issue. It looks like one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA. John, answer chum. You agree, Noel? Yeah. GG. John, did you get my package? I'm not good at Jade's voice. Oh, hey. No, not yet. Darn, are you sure? It was green. It was a green box. Oh, yes. But I put it in my dad's car. He's still out at the store. He should be back soon. Great. Well, what are you up to today? I'm up to my neck in this suburb stuff. TT's making a royal mess of my house. Lol, what's suburb? Oh, it's this game. It's okay, I guess I'm still figuring it out. Whoa, what was that? What was what? There was a loud noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion. Wow, really? I would go outside and look. Oh man. Alright, but be careful, okay? I will. Garden Gnostic ceased pestering ectobiologist at 1728. John, might as well check out the Kruckstruder. Oh hell no! You put this thing in the front door? There's a door there? Yeah. I didn't see it. I just thought it fit nicely into that groove. You mean it thought it was elegant? Oh well, okay. What do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing now? What are you doing up there now? Oh, fuck. John, examine the wheel on the Kruckstruder. Let's think go poppy pop. When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing underneath the lid, but you aren't strong enough to make the lid come off. TT, put bathtub in driveway. Connection loss. On the tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is disrupted. John, scold TT. Lamau, yeah. You can see me, right? Can you tell me what's wrong with this picture? Sorry, I keep losing wireless signal. It must be the weather. I would look for a stronger signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I have battled through her cloud of gin and derision once already this evening. Haha, yeah, I hear you. Yes, cake, gestures, unfaltering love and support. Quite the road to hoe there, though I suppose I am complicit for not informing social services about your situation. I know. What about going outside? Maybe you could get to the neighbor's signal. That presents the same issue. Also, it's raining, and remember, and it's dark. It's dark already? Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the East Coast. Its lurid glare has moved on to younger time zones. Okay. John, hit the Kruckstruder with sledgehammer. Need some help? TT, pick up sledgehammer. Bam. The fucking timer is on 4:13, by the way. See this shit? You seen this shit, Noelle? This shit says 4:13 on it. They knew what they were fucking doing. They knew what they were fucking doing. They knew what they were fucking doing when they did that shit. They knew what they were fucking doing when they did that shit. They knew what they were doing. And it's counting down. What is this thing? And what's the clock counting down to? I've been looking at the game FAQ walkthroughs to figure some of this stuff out. Hold on while I read further. Okay. All these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress further than this point. Weird. Well, I mean, it's a new game. True. Now that the lid... My birthday would be 4:30. Yeah. Cracky crack neck. Cracky crack neck. Stretchy stretch. Anyway. Also, Noelle, how long have I been streaming? Can you tell me the time? When you have a chance. All of these walkthroughs are extremely short. Now that the lid is off, you'll need to extrude some Kruxite. Turn the wheel again. You extrude 1 Kruxite dowel. Get Kruxite. Says an hour and 31 minutes. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous. John? Oh, your PDA is trapped under the Kruxite now, isn't it? Anyway, looks like you're going to need this card too. Deploy pre-punched card. John, get card. The shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll. John, capture log fanciful Harlequins. You take 2 fanciful Harlequins and the additional useless freight pushes your PDA to the last card. You switch to Q mode so you can access the PDA. No more glass shards flies from your deck. This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something. It's probably the Colonel Sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped. Twice, actually. Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written. Okay, well, you're the only one with a cursor, so just do whatever you think is right. Also, fix my bathroom. Drop mained Harlequin into Colonel Sprite. The Colonel Sprite has been prototyped with a Harlequin doll. It is now talking in... Rose is just evil. Rose is just evil. Noelle, I don't know what to tell you. Rose is just evil. She just does this shit. Evie, I still can't understand why this thing is gobbledygook. This thing's gobbledygook. That was only tier 1 prototyping. There's still another tier to the prototyping process, which, for all we know, merely advances the entity through its increasingly estrogenic states of linguistics. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. Why don't we have... why don't we have time for this? We don't have time for this asinine tomfoolery. This is this unmitigated poppycock. This strapping cogwash. Words are evil. Words are evil. I can't speak. Anyway. EB. Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm going upstairs. To the big platformy thing. Falcometer? Try to learn the lingo. Use pre-punch card with the alchemimeter. There's no slot for the card anywhere to be found in the alchemimeter. The Colonel Sprite followed you upstairs. Explore the Athenaeum. I don't fucking know. Aquarian Crux-like Doll seems to have populated the Athenaeum with one item. A perfectly generic object. John, capture log telescope. You snatch the telescope from its tripod. Who knows? It might be useful, but more importantly, it pushes the Crux-like card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA is predictably jet-setted into the yard over the neighbor's fence. Put Crux-like on weird patterned alchemimeter. You place the Crux-like doll on the alchemimeter's small pedestal. Something is happening. It's doing things. It's doing things, boys. It's doing things, boys. Look at it. It's cutting into it like a crazy thing. You set the alchemimeter to cast 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 build grist. These things look completely useless. What a waste. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice something in the sky. Switch modus and use telescope to inspect sky. You switch back to the stack modus and get a closer look with your telescope. Whatever it is, the Colonel Sprite seems particularly agitated by it. It is in fact a fucking meteor, and we're all fucked. We are fucked. You are no astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on for your current perspective. This is a troubling development. John, high five Colonel Sprite. You figure you've left him hanging long enough. And we kind of deserve it. Yeah, true. John, attempting just a unit of build grist. It is tempting because they strongly resemble rock and blue Raspberry gushers. However, units of Bildgrist are gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist on the physical plane. There's no apparent crisis imminent that will deter you from contemplating idiotic and frivolous actions. Gushers, yes. I actually have like a box of gushers in like the other side of the room. I have my gushers on the other side of the room. They're there. Your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom, but we're running low on Bildgrist. TT, revised bathroom. Yum. Yes, yummy. He's so confused. John, run to your room and contact TT through Pester Chum. 2 chumps have been trying to message you. Answer, chums. I'm working on the bathroom, but we're running. Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? There's a meteor headed on the way to my house. I see. Do you suppose it has to do with the game? I don't know. Maybe. What do I do? I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. They are poorly constructed sequences, become even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating their walkthrough through such circumstances is admirable. Wow, fascinating. If the meteor is a game construct, I think the only thing to do is to proceed and try to solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using, I started using John's voice for her. Anyway, if the meteor is a game's construct, I think the only thing to do is solve the... Lol, Gog, imagine the Colonel's fight, absorb the cake, the doll, and become evil Betty Crocker junk. Ooh, don't even make me imagine it. Ooh, don't make me imagine it. Show you the card. You can use the card, but it isn't more specific than that. Okay, I'll do that. Really, it is labor to read this drivel. If I read it anymore, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar, while bubbles spit on a high chair will blow spit bubbles in a high chair. I think will write my own walkthrough. That is it. After all, after we make sure you don't die. TG, I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you. In my rough and tumble, dirty, wife-beatery sort of way, I'm also... I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like they're like a grubby baton in some douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you? Oh man, that bunny was awesome, but I don't think I have the time to talk. I'm playing Suburb, and it's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house. TG, dude, I told you to steer clear of that game, and... From that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horseshit altogether. Blah. I wish I had something to drink. All this talking is making my throat, like, evil, you know? And now there's a meteor coming. To my house. And I'm not even joking about it. That it's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky, headed right for my house. Oh man, how big is it? I don't know, big I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the earth isn't blown up. TG, like the size of Texas? Or just Rhode Island? Evil. Yeah, evil. Or it's just Rhode Island. They're always throwing around these geologically comparisons to give us a sense of scale, like it means anything to us. But it's like... But it's like, it doesn't matter. It's just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah, how big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh, shit. Or, how big is it? The size of New York, sir. Oh, shit. Sir, I'm sorry. I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh, snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah, well, it is that big, sir. That sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. The Earth is literally under siege by the planet fucking Jupiter. Oh, shit. Anyway, later. John, use pre-punched card on totem length. Whew. I had so much reading. Oh my god. You slip the pre-punched card into the slot on the totem lathe. Above, the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you just need something to lathe. Take the crooksake to the totem lathe. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the crooksake dowel you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hall, the area of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixture in his hallway. The perfect crime. You receive the crooksake dowel. Dad shrugs his head and heads back downstairs to presumably do more baking. If only you knew how hard you were working to save his ass. John, use crooksake dowel on totem lathe. You clamp the crooksake into the lathe. Activate lathe. You take the lathe carves one totem. You take the totem. Alright. I got the lathe to make a blue shapy thing. Now I go back to the acupuncture. Physical therapist is no longer connected. Connection lost. A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. Oh shoot, yeah. Internet connection. This has severed her link to a popular video game she was just playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to reestablish connection somehow. This young lady seems to be named. It's on the tip of your tongue. What was the name of this young lady again? Flighty Broad. No, that wasn't it. One more time. Rose Lalonde. Your name is Rose, and as previously mentioned, you are without electricity. Although your laptop computer still functions on battery power, you have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative writing and are somewhat secretive about it. You have a fondness for beastily strange and fictitious. The beastily strange and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. We're at Rose. You also like to knit. Your room is a bit of a mess, and on occasion, if just the right one strikes you fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. What will you do? Rose, retrieve arms from purple box. The purple package contains contents are private. No one's allowed to look inside. We definitely need to prep for this. Like, I'm talking tall water bottles. Yeah. There should be, like, I should have brought my water. I should have had something to drink, but I'm stupid. You know, while I am not the smartest, I am a little bit dumb. So I'm a little bit suffering. The only thing I prepared was my squishy little candies next to me. That's it. Rose, writhe like a flagellum and puke on your bed. Ugh. What a terrible idea. It's okay. We're homestucks. We're like we live like this. Pretty much. Correct. Anyway. What a terrible idea. The thought makes you sick to your stomach. Rose, stroke journal and mutter, my precious. You only resort to such embarrassing activities when no one was watching. These journals are for your eyes only. Rose, get violin. You capsulate the violin, storing it in the root card of your Silodex. Rose, play haunting refrain on violin. You approximately waste 40 minutes playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills there, sweetheart. John, tell Liv Tyler you love her before impact. Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out this time, you issue words of parting of fondness to dear sweet Liv. Oh, Liv, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn, blue-collar, salt of the earth father. Then she would fall in your arms for consolation. You would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis happy, proud. Rose, caps lock knitting supply bag. You get the knitting bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin per the tree modus's alphabetical setting. K less than V. Rose, lookout window. Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below and the mausoleum housing your dead cat, Jaspers, who died when you were young. Your mom had the structure erected with a spirit of scornful irony in response to your youthful innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least that's how you would have come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can also make out the silhouette of the laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. That range is a nice animation for MS Paint. Yeah, it is. You may be able to connect the signal from a different part of your house, perhaps if you seek higher ground. Rose, get laptop. You take your laptop and prepare to make the journey throughout the house. L less than V, L greater than K. This causes the tree to become unbalanced, so your Sylladex auto-balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other two items compromise the leaves. K less than L, V greater than K, L. Rose, examine book on desk. Grimoire for Summoning the Zoologically Dubious. This book absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few. Rose, take book. You take the grimoire. I'm not fucking reading the leaves anymore. Rose, go explore house. You leave your bedroom. Hanging on the wall next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things. Ironically, she must know how much you detest them. There is no way in your mind she stores these dreadful things in your house to bother you. There's no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is the way to the observatory. Perhaps you will be able to connect from up there. Your mother's room is also in that direction, which you will have to watch your step. Rose, tiptoe to the observatory. You approach the juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is the observatory. Rose, sneak by. She goes, shoom. The door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time. Rose, go through door. The door opens to the exterior walkway. Zoom. She zoom, yeah. The door opens to an exterior walkway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Oh, the things you'll do for help a friend out. Rose, hurry to that up to that observatory. Rose, try to connect. You first put down the laptop on the floor to get situated, but removing it from your root card causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously onto the floor. I get modern architecture, but no guardrail? That's what I was saying. Like, why isn't there a guardrail protecting her when she's walking through there? Throat dry. Rose, see what you can observe. You're sure you're in a hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds, see a flurry of smaller meteorites streaking steadily overhead. You're not sure what that means, but it's somewhat disconcerting. Rose, stack laptop on Grimoire to maximize elevation. We're 9 minutes till the 2-hour mark. Okay, thank you, Noelle. You need every advantage you can get. Rose, access laboratory Wi-Fi. As soon as we hit the 2-hour mark, I think I might end stream because my throat is getting really sore from talking and yapping. But like next time I do this, I'll reach the 3-hour mark. You know what I mean? Next time I'll reach the 3-hour mark. But this time I'm just gonna leave it as a 2-hour stream, which is pretty decent. There are several signals being broadcasted from the laboratory. Well, actually, we'll just get to the apple scene. You know what I'm talking about. There are several signals being broadcasted from the library, each of relatively decent strength. One of them is mysteriously and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect to the game with John. That book must be on fire underneath that laptop. Yeah. I'm back. Hurry and open my door. Not that it even matters. I think I'm probably dead no matter what. Patience, you still haven't used the new totem. I believe it will create an item on the punch card. So what is it? Like an apple or something? What will that even do? We'll see. We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has ever successfully created the item, and the content of the card seems to variable from session to session. In one instance, it is described as an eggy-looking thing. Sick. Do we have enough of those building jewels to make it? According to the Atheum, it is a free item. This speaks of its importance in my view. Now, off you go. Remove door from hinges. There goes the rest of your build, Grist. You probably should have just done this in the first place. John, take totem to the alchemimeter. Got to get those stupid blocks out of the way first. The Colonel Sprite is getting awfully worked up about this. Rose, remove blocks. You store the perfectly generic objects in your paraphernalia registry, potentially to be deployed later. Here we go. After this, I'll end stream. S. John, take bite of apple. Because that's Act 1, under wraps. John, no, pretty much. John, nom the apple. End of Act 1. Years in the future, but not many. This is the middle part with Wayward Vagabond, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, where am I? Grab me. There I am. Make me big ol'. Make me big ol'. Yes. End of N1 of... Let me reread that sentence. End of N1 of Fluff All. What? What does that mean, Noelle? I'm a little dumb. Anyway. Anyway, so that was Act 1 of Homestuck. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end off on today because my throat is completely dry. There's so many chapters. Yes, there is so many chapters, and we're gonna get through as many as we can. It's not gonna be an all the time thing. It's gonna be an every once in a while thing. We're gonna go back to Homestuck and reread because that's a part of the annual reread. You know, and it's fun, and I enjoy. I think it's fun. But tomorrow we do not have any stream, but Friday we do have stream, and Friday is my birthday. Okay, yay! This was fun. Yeah. It's been absolutely wondrous having you on board. It's been great to see you. I enjoy your presence. Um, I'll talk to you in the server and stuff. You know what I mean. And it'll be a great time. And we'll have a great time. And we'll play our games. We'll have lots of fun. And thank you. Anyway, that being said, this is the end of stream. Let me pull up my music. So we're not listening to nothing. Okay, music. It's loading up. This is end of stream music shit. Yap. Anyway, it's been a lot of fun. I enjoyed reading Homestuck for you guys, and thank you for following, Noelle. Heart emoji. It's appreciated. Welcome to being a Databyte. You're part of the Databytes now. You get to be a little pixel cat or whatever. But I need to make like a little emote for you guys, like a little creature on my desktop for you guys, so that you can like see what you look like. But it's been absolutely awesome. So thank you for coming, and bye bye. It's been a lot of fun.
At Sonic, we've unleashed the pickle with our